We've got to promote dignity of the human person that makes that happen.
Well said. Bishop Strickland, how about a blessing for our radio audience, please?
Almighty God, we ask your blessing for all of us, for Terry and I and all who are listening, that we may truly recognize the wonder of the truth that you have revealed through your Son and continue to follow him. No matter the resistance, no matter who says no, we must say yes, viva Cristo Rey. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you very much, Bishop Strickland. You can go to VMPR, Virgin Most Powerful Radio, for all the shows that we have. I just want to give a teaser. We did a show on how to revive any Catholic parish. You can Google that title on your search engine, How to Revive Any Catholic Parish. Great material. It's all about Jesus and the Eucharist, Our Lady, and the right worship, because the way you worship is the way you believe. May God richly bless you and your family. Thanks again for joining us here on the Bishop Strickland Hour. We'll see you another time next week. God love you and your family.
Saint Faustina's Prayer for Priests. O my Jesus, I beg thee on behalf of the whole Church, grant it love and the light of thy Spirit, and give power to the words of priests, so that hardened hearts might be brought to repentance and return to thee, O Lord. Lord, give us holy priests. Thou thyself maintain them in holiness. O divine and great High Priest, may the power of thy mercy accompany them everywhere, and protect them from the devil's traps and snares, which are continually being set for the souls of priests. May the power of thy mercy, O Lord, shatter and bring to naught all that might tarnish the sanctity of priests. For thou canst do all things. Amen. Virgin most powerful, pray for us.
Are you or someone you love addicted to pornography and need help to overcome the addiction? St. Jude Catholic Parish in Allen invites those struggling with this addiction to the Pornography Awareness, Truth, and Healing Ministry. PATH is a confidential Catholic ministry designed as assistance for men struggling with pornography, as well as support for anyone who has been impacted by their partner's use. For more information, visit stjudeparish.com/PATH.
Are you a small company needing IT help? Is your computer running slow? Do you need help securing your network? Do you want the peace of mind knowing your computers are running optimally and securely? I'm Charles Gura, a parishioner at St. Catherine of Siena Parish in Kelton, and a sponsor of KATH 910 AM. We can be reached at 214-702-6996 or online at pro-multis.com, pro-multis.com. We use our talents to help with your technology, so you can use your talents to run your business.
At first, it felt like a relief.
I thought I would forget about it with time.
I was not prepared to accept the responsibility.
Then things changed.
I felt anger, and things started going wrong everywhere.
The depression wouldn't let me be who I used to be.
Are you a man suffering due to a loss from an abortion decision? You are not alone. There are people who can help at projectjosephdallas.org.
I realized I had lost my child.
I felt like I couldn't be forgiven.
Now it's been years and years of this.
Don't suffer alone. Visit projectjosephdallas.org. A message from Project Joseph of Dallas, a ministry for men who have suffered the experience of abortion.
Welcome to Back to the Father, a show about the journey of life focused on our final end, which is God Himself, our loving Father. And now here's your host, Dave Palmer.
And hello, everybody. Welcome to another fun, thrilling edition of Back to the Father here on the Guadalupe Radio Network social media sites of Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We are glad that some of you have already jumped on and are joining us for this show today. We focus on the teaching of St. Thomas Aquinas and his Summa Theologia, something that I have a great passion for, and the passion continues to grow and grow and grow among the various hosts and co-hosts of this program. So glad you're with us, and feel free to call in also if you'd like to during the show. Got an interesting topic, kind of a different approach today. Now, no actual text, it's all pictures. Okay, I'm not going to show you any text.
Thank goodness.
Visual aids. Kind of, just not dumbing it down, but making it very simple. Okay, so it's you tell me if you like the approach. All right, so also you can call in 877-757-9424, 877-757-9424. And now our illustrious panel here, starting with Cecil Anderson, who is over there in the hat. You've worn that one before, haven't you?
I have, yes.
Was that like last week you
No,
wore?
no. I have a multitude of straw hats.
Okay.
So this is a different straw hat. Last week I wore my favorite straw hat. This one has cute little flower and straw embellishments. So
Yeah. And two people here in the studio in the last week got new cars, including Cecil, right? Was it a week ago? Friday?
I arrived on a truck last Friday during the show, actually.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
because I got a text message about it during the show, and then I got it on Saturday. So I haven't even had it for a full week, but I've already put on like 325 miles on it, 330 miles.
Yeah, very
I'm
good.
doing well.
Congratulations,
Thank
Subaru.
you. Subaru Crosstrek manual, standard transmission, by the way.
Yeah, that's the only way to go.
I didn't kill the interns. I took them for a little ride.
Oh, did you? Okay. They're still alive.
They are still alive.
Did their parents have to sign a waiver for that?
Yes, I did. I emailed them beforehand. Don't worry, guys. You're fine.
Did you really?
No.
Oh, okay.
I probably should have, but I didn't.
Yeah, she's
Beware
a
the Cecil.
crazy driver. Also, Jonathan von Weber-Hansberg got a new car.
I did. I finally got a car.
2002, right?
2002 Nissan Sentra, yes.
Oh, cool.
It
Cool.
is falling apart in several different ways, but nothing catastrophic. It didn't have a battery, and both of its terminals were shot. So I had
Doesn't
to,
have a battery?
No, it didn't. I
it
got
didn't.
one.
Okay,
yeah.
but you got one. Okay,
Yeah.
little what? AAA, AA? What kind did you put in there?
Yeah, a few AAA's. Like it did the trick, yeah.
At least like two of those like D1s batteries, something like that, you know?
Like those big ones you put in my flashlight. You ever seen those huge?
Oh, those big round ones?
No, I mean they're like huge, like this big.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
big.
they get those big flashlights, and you just cram up. You know what I'm talking about? No. William's like, no, man, you're on your own with this one. Okay, so William did not get a new car in the last week, I'm guessing.
More shame.
No,
Okay.
no. I
Join the
didn't.
new car club.
All
Well,
right.
when I get my license.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right, well,
driving helps getting a car a little bit.
True.
And Diane Xavier is on the other side of the glass. She'll take your calls if you want to call in, 877-757-9424. And today, interesting topic. We're going to talk about, the title of it is, in my opinion, perhaps, and I'm adding the word perhaps, okay, I'm qualifying here, the most important word in the Summa. Okay.
In
But
whose opinion?
perhaps.
In my opinion?
In my humble opinion, the most important
Dave
word,
Palmer's
and I'm going to
opinion.
defend it using 10
Whoa.
points today, and 10 pictures.
Can we
okay?
be really aggressive and like try to shoot you down with this?
You can try to shoot it down.
Oh, we can
okay?
rebut.
It's all
Okay.
you can
Cool.
rebut, and,
Cool.
and it's also very practical.
You know
It's
that
not-
William does debate, right?
Yeah. No, I challenge the rebuttals,
All right.
okay?
All right.
And I do want to thank Joe McLean and Rudy Carlos and Adrian Fonseca, because every Friday morning, I know you guys set your alarm, you wake up, because I'm on at 7
Oh,
o'clock.
yeah, we do that.
I did well today, didn't I?
Oh, it's fantastic. I
yeah,
love it.
Yeah, right. But I go on, and they let me preview the show. And so I kind of teased it with them, as I'll do with you guys. I told Cecil, I said, you can't watch it because that would kind of give it away, right, the answer. But it's a 4-letter word. Okay, so that eliminates some words.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what it is. At this
You
point.
do, okay. And I got to qualify it because I'm not sure it's the most important, but it's an extremely important word in the. So what, Jonathan? What do you think it is?
Love?
No.
That was my guess, too. I'm glad you said it first.
No, love is is
Truck.
extremely what?
It's truck.
Truck.
Jonathan, you can't spell.
Yeah.
Jonathan, that has 5
Truck.
letters.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Joe McLean do something similar this
Yeah,
morning?
Joe said grace. Yeah,
Grace,
Yeah,
okay.
said grace, and that's kind of a pun, isn't it? He said
Yeah.
grace. So no, love is one of those ones that I would say is very, very important, perhaps equally important. It's related to it. You could say, well, God, but God doesn't have. And there's a reason why I think this word is even more important than God. Not more important? Like,
I got it.
Okay, what?
Good.
Yes, that's right. Yes. Okay, so why is the word good? Yeah, look at that. Why is the word good
Thank you.
perhaps the most important word in the Summa? Okay, I'm going to explain it in using 10 of the titles of articles associated with pictures. And I think it's, I think I'll, then at the end, William can use his debating skills to say, nah, you didn't prove your point. Okay. But no, be honest. You think whether or not you think it made my case.
Do
okay?
it like Ben Shapiro style. Like talk really fast and mention that your wife is a doctor.
Is that what he does?
Yes, that's like a meme.
How does that matter that his wife's a doctor?
He just always
He
says
just always is like, my wife who's a doctor. He like
My wife's
always
a
just
doctor.
says
That's
that.
true.
Yeah.
That's just
yeah,
the way.
in case his wife's watching,
Gotta
he
make sure,
just he's a walking meme now because of it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Well, it's kind of like Dr. Jill Biden. You know, they always refer to the first lady as Dr. Jill Biden, right? And hers is she Shapiro a medical doctor?
She is a medical doctor, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Sorry, can I do a quick little random interrupt from this train of thought? My brother.
You've already done it.
Okay. So I just want to remind everyone. Okay, so the picture we use for Back to the Father, the image of Adam and God, that's in the Sistine Chapel. My brother just sent me a picture while standing in the Sistine Chapel of that.
Is that right?
He just now sent me that picture.
Was the timing just a coincidence?
It's just a coincidence.
Okay.
He had no. Yeah, he's on a completely different
He's not
schedule.
paying attention to the show.
He is not. As much as I like to think that he is not.
You should text him to watch the show. Drop.
This is like
drop
a really
whatever he's
probably
doing.
looks really bad, but
Yeah. Well, so that's the actual.
That's him looking straight up.
Oh, wow.
Taking a picture of it.
Oh wow!
But yeah, so,
that is so
just wanted to
cool.
because it kind of tied into the show because it's the image that we
sure.
use.
That was
so
a great interruption.
Sorry.
So all right, so we've got a PowerPoint presentation here, and first of all, I always like to show Thomas Aquinas, 13th century Dominican priest, philosopher, theologian, doctor of the doctors, angelic doctor, good guy. I tend to like him. And then I want to show Rudy Carlos's graphic again,
Yes,
the
always.
back to the Father, because that's too good to only use on one show. You know, you just got to keep showing that and showing it. Okay, 1273, November 5th. All right. So here's I'm stealing from a graphic that Sissel used in the email. Okay, what's the most important word of the Summa Theologia? And a lot of letters, but we already determined it's the word good. So why is that the case? Any guesses before we get started on this? Why would that be the case? Perhaps more important than the word God is used.
Is it because God is goodness itself?
That's what I was gonna say.
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay, well, if they're the same thing, then why is one more important than the other? I mean, why aren't they just like equally important?
Hang on, I thought we were supposed to be debating you.
Well, no, that's part of debate. Is a little, questioning back and forth, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me think. Why would that be?
We can participate. We can be good.
Ooh,
We
I
can't
like
be
it.
God, but we can be good.
Oh,
hey.
Put that on a T-shirt.
I like that. We can't be. Well, I think that you're really hitting on something, right? It's because it's more relatable to us.
Yeah,
definitely. And also, I will say, without giving too much away, nobody doesn't believe in the good. Okay, because I mean, you'd have to at least admit the pizza or hot fudge sundae or something but some people don't believe in God.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's easier to convince somebody of goodness than of God, because goodness can be a sensible appetite. It can be something that we experience every single day. And so it's more relatable to us. So basically you hit on it. We can be good, but we can't be God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Although it does say in Scripture, who was it? St. Augustine said God became man, so man could become God,
or become like God, or something.
No, he didn't say like. He said man became God, so that God became man. God became man, so that man could become God.
It's a Catholic tongue twister.
Tongue twister, yeah.
Say that 20 times. No. I mean, a doctor of the church said that.
Well, that's true.
That's
okay.
awesome.
All right. So Sissel is also keeping track of any comments that may come through. If you happen to be watching right now and you want to comment or say anything, we invite you to do just that. All right. So here's the first of 10 points. Okay. As I try to convince William that this is the case. Okay.
Just you against William
right now.
The
first one. Okay. You see this? Isn't that a cool picture? Look at that.
And
okay. Does goodness differ really from being? We've talked about this before, right? Okay. Is there a difference between existence and goodness? Right. If something exists, is it good?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
No.
No, you say no.
No.
Okay.
I'm going to have to agree with Jonathan. I'm going to say no.
You think no. So just because something exists, it's not good. Sissel's right, according to St. Thomas Aquinas.
That's what I thought that he had said that it was. Yeah.
So why would he create something? Okay, let's say you go into your workshop. Okay, you're
I have one of those. Yes.
Okay. Would you ever
Totally.
make something bad?
I mean,
Like, would you spend your time to make something bad? I'd be like, I'm going to just create something bad.
like if I wanted to, I guess I could.
But why?
I don't know.
But well, wouldn't even the fact that you're making it make it good though? I mean, even if you're saying I'm going to make something bad, like there's something good about it because otherwise you wouldn't.
It
spend
didn't
your time.
exist before. And
Yeah,
now it does.
Well, the thing is, I was thinking something more like say like a pentagram or something like that. Like if someone were to make a pentagram necklace, it has goodness in this. Like it is a good, like rendition of a pentagram, you could say, but like in and of itself is bad. And I'd say that the badness outweighs the fact that it was like neatly made or something like that. That kind of goodness.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like God creates everything good, but
we make it bad. We
can
screw
make it
things
bad.
up.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, pentagram is man-made, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
True.
I'd still ask the question. Well, why did the person make it? Did they make it for some good, some perceived good?
I guess a perceived.
Yeah.
good,
Yeah. Like I mean,
good,
why would they? You know, it's kind of like anything we do is for some good. You know, you steal a car stereo or you rob somebody's money. You're doing it for something that you want, something that you perceive as good, right? But that's a very good example, though.
Yeah.
A pentagram. You make that's in and of itself. It's like, ugh, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyways, according to Aquinas, goodness and being are the same. Are basically the same thing. If it exists, God made it. It's good. Okay. So, including the fire ant. I think Kent Loney and I were talking about fire ants this morning. About is there any goodness in a fire ant? I mean, what good do
Depends
they
on where
do?
they live.
Yeah.
What do they do?
As long as
do
they're
they
far
do something
away.
good? Do they move stuff for
Well,
us?
they're invasive, so they're not good here, but they're good wherever they came
I just
from.
picture them like moving some like crumbs. That's helpful, right?
Yeah.
Moving crumbs.
Yeah.
Like if
Otherwise
you have
the crumbs
a
would just sit there
you
until they
have like make a mess at a picnic.
Yeah, they clean up the crumbs.
Yeah. Also, like if you have a bird or something that dies, something's got to get rid of it, right? You ever notice that as soon as something dies, all these little critters start coming and eating it, and the vultures show up, and it's kind of like it's built into the whole system to kind of clean things up, you know? Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Okay, so now Sissel, be warned for this next one, okay?
Oh boy, is it a cockroach?
Is every being, whether every being is good? It's not only a cockroach; it's a big.
It's a big.
Cockroach.
Oh, man, it's a bit. Yeah.
Okay, so
it's all like
I'm on a
wet
delay,
and
so I'm waiting
slimy
for-
looking.
now this one kind of follows from the last one. Clearly, if it exists, it's good. And then Thomas says, "Is every being good?" So he's
But the thing
kind of
is
reiterating
that
here.
it's where it exists. Is it good?
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
It's inside. It's not
Yeah.
good inside.
It's inside.
Yeah, it's of course. I mean, it's like my my special needs 9-year-old son is good, but I don't want him in the studio right now. Okay, is that? And we don't want cockroaches in the
We
studio.
do not want cockroaches, and there have been.
But what do cockroaches do that are good?
They clean up like
They
a lot
eat
of stuff.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah,
Everything just cleans. That's all they do.
That's what they are there
It's just
for.
a big
to clean.
cleaning. You know, that's like.
I like how we're like they're cleaning, but for them it's either to like build homes or to eat. They're eating. That's
Then you zoom out, and it's like this cosmic horror for the cockroach. Like you're just this meaningless cleanup crew.
And I like how the fly not only comes and eats stuff, but it lays eggs that turn into maggots.
You like that?
Right? Yeah.
I like how
yeah, it's just like if I get a pizza, and not only do I eat the pizza, but I like put little Dave Palmers on there that are going to grow up and eat the pizza. I mean, that's I mean, that's what a fly
I
does.
tuned
right?
out because I was thinking about something else, so I came back to that.
No, but it's true though. Flies not only enjoy it, they lay eggs, and then that create maggots, future flies, and the maggots eat. I mean, it's a beautiful system. I mean, that how God has designed it, right?
I spent a lot of time like staying awake at night, wondering if it's because of the fall that we now see these things as ugly or not as or like gross, like cockroaches and stuff like that, or these things just not exist before the fall.
I think that they existed before the fall. It's just that they became dangerous to us.
Like they came
After
like
the
Ella
fall.
Enchanted. We were like Ella Enchanted before, where she like singing with the cockroaches and they were best friends.
Yeah, right. And they wouldn't have been
like grossed out by it.
grossed out. They would have been completely obedient to us. So if a cockroach is coming down the hall, I mean, seriously, and you said stop, you know, it would have stopped.
stopped.
You know, get out of the office.
My whole life, I wanted animals to obey me.
Yeah. Well, Adam and Eve kind of blew that off for you. Okay. So, all right.
Thanks,
so
guys.
here's the next. How am I doing so far, by the way, William?
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
far
you-
on
yeah.
your, I mean, I can think of rebuttals, but so far you're doing pretty good.
He's already planning these.
So
Yeah,
you're gonna
thinking about it.
say them all at the end,
Yeah,
right?
okay. I mean, you'll have to remind me of each point, but yeah, I'm getting my rebuttals ready.
All right, very good. Okay, next one is: does goodness have the aspect of a final cause? Okay, so this is the next question that he asked. Does goodness have the aspect of a final cause? Final cause would be purpose, intention. Does every good thing somehow reflect our final purpose, our final end? You know, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is there
it
a
does.
connection between our final cause, which is purpose, intention, meaning, and the good things in the world? Okay, and what would that be? And the reason I put up a picture of a family on the beach, why do you think I would do that? Because I can.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, families are good.
Yeah.
And they're-
wait.
Okay.
Hold on.
Wait
Wait.
for it.
Oh,
Wait for
The
it.
gears
The
of my
thought is
brain are
coming.
turning. Okay.
I can see him. The smoke's coming.
Okay, wait. So like, okay, wait a minute. Hold on. So you okay?
And it's
so no. So a family is good, and it produces
Little goodness.
little
Goodness,
goodnesses,
And
so it's like a final cause in and of itself.
you seem,
Like a self-contained.
like you're losing confidence as you go along this.
I am, yes.
Well, no, and not to say that that's wrong. I mean, that's everything you said. I think is right. But I don't know if they produce final causes. But
Well, like in like the final cause of a family.
A family works together towards a final cause.
Well, okay, yeah, that's a better.
Well, yeah. Well, specifically, what I'm talking about with this vacation is like, hey, kids, we're going to the beach of Florida next month, and then one of the kids might look up at Dad and say, "Dad, why are we doing that? Like, what's the purpose?" Like, and Dad, you know, should have an answer. So, you know, it's like, well, you know, son, it's because we want to get together and bond as a family, or, you know, I think we need some sunshine, and we need to, you know, so the purpose of something. You know, what's the purpose of this show? What's the purpose of you getting a car? What's the purpose
To
of
get to the show.
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah, see how it all ties together, right?
Yeah.
So the final cause would be, why are we doing it? You know, yeah. You can apply that to anything. What's the final cause of marriage? What's the final cause of you going to University of Dallas? What's the point? What's the purpose? Why are you doing it? You know, and there's not one answer. You know, some people may go to college to meet their future spouse. Some people may want to become a millionaire and learn a great. You know, some people might just want to, you know, just have a love for learning. You know, so what's your final cause of getting a degree at UD?
A degree because I would like to go into politics eventually.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Is that good? No.
Yeah. I would vote for you.
I'd vote for you too.
Yeah, everyone vote for me.
Are you going to run for like something here in America or like some monarchy overseas?
I mean,
I think
ideally,
he's
a
gonna buy an
monarchy.
island.
It would be nice to buy an island, declare my own independence, and that kind of thing. It would be nice. But I'm probably going to stay like
Just
Texas
remember us in your
politics.
court, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess this question here, does goodness have the aspect of a final cause, is like everything we're doing, the purpose of which is some kind of good. Is that guiding us to our final end? Every good is goodness. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. You're being way too agreeable, William. He's
faking you out right now, Dave.
Building up
By
your,
the end,
okay.
maybe not so much, but for now, that's all I
you're
can think of
gonna
a
see the
response.
debate side come out.
All right.
Yeah.
Here, the next one's the easiest question of all. Is God good?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Moving on. No.
All right. So not God isn't like this water is good. All right. But God is goodness. Okay. There's a difference. Goodness is not like an adjective for God. Like good is an adjective for the water, right? God, the water is wet, the water is clear, the water is good, right? That's not the same with God. God is goodness itself. So this water only participates in God's goodness.
Also, water isn't wet.
It is.
Oh my gosh.
It produces wetness.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, because water. Well, that's an interesting. I'd actually like to pause and actually discuss this for a second. I mean,
Yeah.
do you agree?
I disagreed before, but I
it
might
only-
reconsider my
You
decision.
didn't hold on your disagreement for him.
Wow.
Okay, so explain that. Water is not wet.
No, because wetness is something dry that has become saturated in water or something similar or water-based.
Yeah.
So water can't be wet because it can't be saturated in itself, really.
Yeah.
It was never dry to begin
So
with.
wet describes something that before was not wet.
Yeah, or that could become not wet.
Yeah, because water can't become not wet. What about, yeah, interesting.
Yeah. A lot of people in our debate club make that same argument.
Yeah,
They argue that a lot.
See, that's what I get for doing a show with a couple of debaters. Hey, I need to sharpen my mind as well. You know?
I have seen persuasive speeches on why left-handed people are better than right-handed people.
And that is false. Okay.
You can argue with her.
Okay, so the next one here now get the connection here, okay, William. Is God the final cause of all things?
Yeah.
Is everything being directed to God is their purpose? Is God the purpose of all things? Is God the purpose of the grasshopper? Is God the purpose of the thunderstorm? Is God the purpose
You're
of...
naming all things I don't like.
Is God the purpose of a cockroach?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. No. Okay, yes. I'd say yes.
Yeah. And by the way, that picture that I have up here right now, did y'all see in like the last week that picture from like the Hubble telescope or something?
Yes, isn't it so pretty?
It was like even Bishop Strickland put that on Twitter. That's the first time I saw it. It looked exactly like this. And like space is so beautiful and it was so colorful. And this is, so do you guys agree that God is the final cause of all things?
Of course, yes.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if goodness is as an aspect of a final cause, and God is the final cause of all things, that means and we've already established that God is goodness. You see where this is going?
Yeah.
Can you kind of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes
All
sense.
right. So all right. So here's the next one. Are all things good by the divine goodness? And by the way, don't say your answer yet. 1, 2, or 3. Which of the you see this picture?
Yes.
Which of these 3 do you think is the most good? Let's just say on the count of 3, everybody say their answer. Okay. Which one was most appealing to you? Okay. You got your answer?
Yeah.
I think you know where I'm going with
Wait,
this
are we
one.
naming the number? Or the
Yeah.
thing?
1, 2, or 3. Yeah, the number. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
1.
3.
Whoa.
So you said 1.
I said 1. Although 3 was a close second. I was looking at 3.
Did y'all say 3?
I said
2.
He said 2.
Oh, okay. You like the
said
lizard
2, I
also.
bet, Dave, didn't you?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. The lizard looks the coolest.
But each of us, I think maybe they gives us, like, so a puppy is really like, I love a puppy because I have dogs. So they're like,
yeah, but they look like
they're good
Rottweilers.
they're good, sometimes good to me.
Sometimes.
Dave
Which implies
and
sometimes
Jonathan
they're
both
not.
like reptiles and I don't know if that's an amphibian. Yeah, anyhow. And then William, why did you choose the goat or if that's a goat?
The sheep.
Sheep.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was a goat. I don't like
Glad
goats.
I'm not the only one who is thought it was a goat.
I mean, it's just the one that kind of just caught my eye as the most cute of all the animals on
It
that
did
page.
stick out to me. It was really cute, but I was like, but I do like puppies
But,
better.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Looks very innocent, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah. The lizard doesn't look too innocent. The innocent
No,
the
kinda
lizard
like-
looks kind of sly.
He's shifty, yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
shifty eyes.
Yeah.
If it was a chameleon, you could say it shifts. It is shifty.
Okay, so are all things good by the divine goodness?
Yes.
Okay, you say yes?
Yep.
You sticking with that one?
Yep.
Okay, Jonathan?
I like to be
wait,
confidently
so-
wrong.
Okay. So explain that in more depth.
Yeah. So I also didn't quite fully
Can you
understand
use
it, so I just
Can
said
you use
yes.
it in a sentence?
So
Yeah.
wait.
No, I'm kidding.
And
That's
spell
like the
it.
spelling bee. Okay, let me see. Are all things good by the divine goodness? Like, are they? Gosh, that's a good question. I should have anticipated this one.
You should know us,
let
Dave.
me just say that the answer is no.
Wait, so do you mean
Well-
that like God
Oh, wow.
directly made them? Makes them?
Well, what Aquinas is getting at here is that things are good on their own. They're good because they're good. Not only are they because like God isn't part of them. You know, God is not in the essence of things, right?
Yeah.
It's so God, you know, I got to be careful how I say there because they do participate in God's goodness. Okay, so there's a relationship between the goodness of the dog or the lizard or the sheep and God, but they have their own goodness in and of themselves, and I don't think I'm explaining that very well.
No, I think I understand what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, they're just trying to create some kind of like autonomy of goodness.
So
like,
otherwise, it would be like a pantheistic sort of thing.
Yeah, like God's in
like
them.
God is everything, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
like-
instead, like they're separately good, but they still like derive their goodness from God, who like gave it to them.
I think that's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah. I wish I had said
Jonathan's the
that.
new
yeah.
host of Back to the Father.
Did send the ranking of the?
He also did earlier think that the word was a truck, so
Yeah, yeah.
he's balancing it out.
Okay, so the next one says, but the corporeal things were made on account of God's goodness. See, so this is different. Okay, were they made on account of God's goodness? Okay, and then so was that beautiful tree? Isn't that a beautiful picture, by the way?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you just love to be there?
Gorgeous.
Maybe have like a picnic or something.
Oh, it looks like it's the Shire almost.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, yeah. So this one would be yes. Okay, so all corporal things were made on account of God's goodness. Okay,
Can you
so
remind me what the word corporeal means?
bodily.
Bodily. Okay, that's what I thought. I just
Yeah,
want to make
it's
sure.
like a corpus. Corporeal things were made on account of God's goodness. So they're good on account of God's goodness. So there's kind of a fine line there, because the previous one said, are they good by the divine goodness? No. Are they good on account of God's goodness? Can you tell? Is there like it's a nuance, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, okay. So here's the next thing: whether the appetite is a special power of the soul. Okay.
Yes, 100%.
So
I see an ice cream cone.
yeah.
100%. There is an ice cream
And
cone
I
in the
just
freezer.
had one
and
of
mine is in
those.
the freezer. I'm waiting to eat it.
Okay, so here's now where I put the marriage picture
I
on
like-
because
okay,
I'm the only person in this whole group that's
I
married,
admittedly,
right?
I only saw it on your computer from a distance, Dave, because it hadn't come up on mine yet. I only saw the ice cream cone. I did not even see the couple. And I like how I picked out the ice cream cone. I was like,
I
ice
know.
cream.
That's the first thing that came to your mind. Now.
Clear to see where my priorities are.
How many of these are appealing? How many of these are you drawn to? Are you drawn to the idea of marriage? Of course, I'm married, so
I hope you are.
Yeah. I was like, the ice cream cone. Okay, is there a poll? Okay, would you
100%.
say that there's like it's almost like a gravitational pull? Like I want that pizza, I want that ice cream cone, and maybe I want to get married, right? Okay, so
I'm
now
kind of sick of pizza, to be honest.
So you're sick of pizza?
Yeah.
He works at a pizza place, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
But
Okay.
my pizza appetite is temporarily on hold.
Okay, but let's just pretend most people are drawn to it. And maybe substitute it for enchiladas or I don't know, sushi or what kind of food
Fried
does
chicken.
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
That's a good
Okay.
one.
There we go.
Fried
So
chicken.
do you see where this is all going? Everything that exists is good. Okay, every creature is good, and the pizza is good, the ice cream is good, marriage is good. We're attracted to it, we're drawn to it. It's a special power of our soul. It has an aspect of the final cause. God is the final cause. Do you see where this is going?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
everything we're drawn to is what?
Good.
Yeah, and God is good. Okay, so there's a relationship between your desiring pizza and the final end, right? So all these little tiny things that you desire. Okay, so it kind of changes the way you see pizza, doesn't it? All of a sudden,
This
there's
pizza
got
will
this,
make me closer to God.
So basically, what you're saying is that when I've had 4 pieces and I'm like, should I have the 5? But it's good. I should have that 5th
because
piece.
it gets these better and better.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
The
that-
more
yeah, but-
goodness I consume, the more
yeah.
good.
Yeah, but then that's when temperance comes in.
Yeah.
and,
True.
And
I
right
knew that you
reason
were
and
gonna
all
say that.
Yeah. And okay, could you? Can you love God too much? I mean, could you could spend too much time in adoration, right?
Yeah.
If you're neglecting other things, yeah, absolutely.
So there, you would be neglecting something else, which would be your health.
Other people.
Not needed.
All right, so 2 more here. Whether the will desires something of necessity. Okay, is there something we have to desire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like pizza. Well, not pizza in and of itself, but like food.
We have to desire food.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
if we don't, we'll die.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I guess you're right about that.
You
I mean, I
have
guess
to
you could
desire-
eat food without desiring it, but if you don't desire food, you're not going to probably make yourself food. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
at some point you got to desire food. Okay, that wasn't exactly where I was going with that, but you got a
You're
point
welcome.
there. You got to
Yeah.
desire air, you got to desire water, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, but ultimately you have to desire goodness,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, because everybody
God is
desires
good, so.
goodness. Okay, and this is why I don't believe in atheists. Did I mention that last week?
I think you have before, but explain your controversial opinion, Dave. No,
because
you don't believe in atheists? What?
Well, because an atheist is drawn to the good. The atheist just doesn't understand this connection between the goodness of the created world and God. And of course, because they wouldn't say God created the real world, the world, but they're still drawn to good, and they're still their will still desires goodness in and of itself. God is goodness, and so they really desire God. But I think atheism is mostly an emotional response because they're mad at God about something. They're mad that their football team lost, or they lost, tragically lost a loved one or something like that. That's at least my opinion. Not everybody would agree.
Mm-hmm. What would you call people then that don't believe in God?
Well, a cricket doesn't believe in God.
So you're gonna call a cricket?
Those atheist crickets! Oh my gosh, it's a real problem these days.
I just didn't know if you had if there's an alternate term.
I would say I don't deny that they think they don't believe in God, but I would say they're not a very deep thinking person. They're not really analyzing it, and I think there's a.
You think it's more like a cop out of just saying.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like I always thought that atheism was just sort of lazy. It's just sort of the refusal to, accept the. I don't mean this in an offensive way, but the refusal to accept the responsibility of existence and of your soul and that kind of thing, and just sort of ignoring death and ignoring how we were created, just sort of live in your own little bubble.
Yeah. Because in some ways it's easier because then there's no responsibility. You don't have to live by any moral code. You don't have to go, wake up and shower and shave and go to church on Sunday. You just get to sit around and watch football games or whatever. So it's just an easier life to not believe. So yeah, I think lazy is a pretty good one. That's what I'd call them, lazy.
Lazy.
I hope that wouldn't offend them.
Yeah, maybe you say they're I'm an atheist. You're you're lazy. It's a good way to start a conversation, I think, personally.
Very pastoral approach.
I think so. Very diplomatic, Dave. Adrian, by the way, commented saying, "The fool says in his heart there is no God."
Yeah. Because so that in fact Thomas mentions that in the Summa because he says, can the idea that there is no God, even can somebody even conceive that? And he says yes, and he quotes that passage. So some people can say there's not a God. I wonder if Adrian believes what his thoughts are on atheists.
Okay.
And that my thought that they don't even that there is no such thing. And I would hold to that. I think that some people, do. Okay, let's say somebody said they don't believe in dogs. Okay, but they probably have just never taken the time to go try to find one.
Yeah.
Or see one, I don't know if that's a good comparison or not.
Maybe a slightly more obscure animal would be better than one that you see every 5 seconds on the street.
Yeah. Like they don't believe in.
Maybe some deep sea creature.
Say you don't believe in Canada.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh, Adrian's coming out.
I refuse to go up there and see. So there you go.
Okay, so Adrian says he thinks atheists exist.
All right.
Well, I think there are people out there that claim to be atheists, and they do exist. But what am I
What
getting
you're trying to say
at?
is that, but you don't think what they believe is actually accurate.
I think it's intellectually lazy.
Well, it's not possible to fully not believe in God, because if you believe in, they're believing in Him because of the arm, I guess you could say, of His goodness, and they can see that and they believe that, but they're just not registering that it's God. So they're still believing in God in that sense, but they're just not recognizing it.
Yeah. Well, if they believe in goodness, nobody could not believe in goodness. Something's good, they believe in existence. Existence is goodness. Goodness is God. And so they would just have to say, I don't believe in that line of thinking.
Yeah.
But that line of thinking is reality. So then they're cut off from reality.
Yeah. It's like if I just called water something else. I said, I don't believe in water because this is terroir or something, It's still water.
Yeah.
Just weird.
That's what I did in my class is I made up a name for an animal that doesn't exist, but I gave it a name.
You could have told. I would be fooled because if it's there's so many names of animals.
Oh, and I actually put it somewhere, and my students always remind me. I forget the word right off the top of my head, but I just said nobody knows what this is because you've never experienced it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a word. It means nothing. Kind of like your little blah blah whatever.
Terroir.
There's
terroir.
No turkey nest because we don't.
Yeah.
There's no turkey to experience.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
He said, okay, sorry. Adrian commented a couple times. He said, I don't think that's the case with all atheists, that they are lazy. There are some pretty brilliant atheists like Graham Opie. I'm going to say Opie.
Opie.
People like Dawkins and Hitchens are just fools, not serious atheists.
Well, sorry.
Go ahead.
So I don't think that they're like lazy in every aspect. I think that, I mean, you can still be a genius, like, you know, like scientifically, but still, I mean, like, you know, what's his name? What's that guy?
Christopher Hitchens?
No, the Neil deGrasse Tyson. He literally just said in an interview a little while ago, it's like, I just don't know. I don't know where the world came from. And I think that's lazy because he's, you know, if he is this, you know, scientific genius, he should at least try and come up with some sort of idea, but he's just refusing to.
Yeah.
And he's a cool guy. I hope he converts one day, but he's being lazy in that.
Yeah, and some belief requires faith, and so you got to take a little bit of a leap and say there's enough evidence for me to believe that, you know, Canada exists, or to use your example.
Canada does not exist.
My mother lived in Canada.
So
have you been there?
I've never been
My
there.
My parents met in Canada.
So,
I would not exist without Canada.
See, Canada's very personal to Sissel.
Yeah.
Right?
I've never been myself, but
so Empire of the Church of the No Canada. Okay.
Okay. They don't believe it. Okay. All right. So we're down to our last one here, and just kind of creepiness alert. I'm going to put a picture of a rendition of a demon here.
Oh boy.
So if you don't like creepy demons, look away. All right. This is an interesting question. Every act of the will in the damned evil?
Ooh.
Okay. Have we talked about this before? I always ask that.
This is deep, yeah.
Okay. So is every act of the will in the damned evil? I'd love to, if Adrian's still with us, I'd like to know if he knows this one. Is every act of will in the damned evil?
And tough one.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, William?
I'm going to have to make the claim that yes.
So let's see how it's phrased here. Every act of will in the damned is evil. Okay, so you're saying yes, every portion of their will is evil. They're just, and I know this is something that I think Adrian in particular, because remember we talked, was it last week about can we have charity towards the demons? Yeah. Okay, but that's a different question.
He says act of the will, I'd say yes, but, and I think he's typing something else.
I don't think that every act of the will can be evil, because you can still, in order to suffer, of course, the greatest suffering of hell is the lack of God. So they would have to recognize that there is something better that they could have. And I think that is a good thing, to be able to desire God.
They can make a comparison.
They can make a comparison. They could desire. I mean, of course, they're going to be hating themselves and hating God for this, like their stupidity, for going to hell. But I think they could still desire something better because they're in something so bad. Obviously, you want to get out, but they can't. So I think that just the act of desiring God is a good thing.
Yeah, but Aquinas would say you can't hope for something that's impossible. Like I can't hope. Yeah, I know this is kind of a controversial statement, but I can't hope to be a woman. Okay, although some people in our culture would think so, but I can't. It's impossible because, and not that I want to be. No offense, women are great, but I don't want to be one. But I can't hope to see something. I can't hope to be, whatever.
But I can't hope to grow wings and fly, but I'd like to.
But you can't hope it because hope has to be possible.
So Adrian says if you mean natural inclination that is still directed to good.
Yes. Okay, so there's two kinds of will. There's a natural will, and then there's a deliberate will.
Yeah.
Okay. The natural will, remember, every creature desires good. Okay, that's why a snake chases after a mouse, and a mouse chases after cheese. Although you don't chase cheese, I don't think.
I love the cheese is like rolling down a hill.
Catch that cheese.
It's like one of those little like mini round cheeses. It's
or somebody has it like, you put it on, you're trying
it's a Tom and Jerry sort of
To
situation.
kind of shack with the mouse. Yeah. So generally cheese is kind of stays put, right?
Yeah, generally.
Okay, so the natural will is always inclined to the good, even the demons. Okay, but in their deliberate will, it's like if you say, I know it's probably good for me to go home and give my mom a hug and tell her I love her, okay? But you say, I'm not going to do it though, okay? So the natural inclination is good, the deliberate will is bad.
Okay, real quick, I have a question. And this is kind of off topic, but not too off topic. I'm just curious about this.
Well, rolling cheese was a little off topic. That's true. That's okay. It wouldn't be the first time.
So you're talking about how the demons, they can, they can still go after perceived good, because the things that demons have like a little bit more freedom. I imagine the souls in hell, because they can come here and they can mess with people. So do the souls, the damned, do they have any sort of like, I know this is again very random, but like, are they just stuck and unable to like chase after anything that they could perceive as good? Do we know?
They say like, yeah, I think I'm going to make one good decision, like
or
that,
no, or like something they would perceive as good. Like, I don't know, can I try and drag someone else to hell or something like that? Or are they can't do anything? They're just stuck being tortured forever.
Oh, so can they like act on human beings? Is that what you're saying? They can like actually do something, or are they just like
Yeah, well, kind of, but like, can they do anything else in hell other than just sit there and be tortured?
If any of our listeners were not awake before, they are now.
I think there's like there's the hierarchy of angels, and they're doing different things. You've got the seraphims and the thrones and doing dominations, and so I think yeah. I mean, there's the assault of the demons. I mean, they actually do things. They try to. Yeah. They try to instigate us to go to hell.
So they have more freedom than the souls of the damned would then.
The souls of the damned, like the human souls of the damned?
Yeah, because
they're just like, ah!
Yeah, basically. I always wondered about that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, because the human souls are not like, I'm going to go back to Earth and, lead other people to hell. They're just...
Or like, can they just go like do stuff in hell? Like, hey man, you want to like run away from this demon and go like, I don't know, try and do something enjoyable somewhere else?
So Adrian says, can the souls of the damned act outside of hell? He goes, by their own power, I'd say no.
Okay.
But God will allow them to.
Yeah.
Kind of like when the Satan went to God and said, how about my servant Job? Remember? And in fact, it actually says in the Summa that that the demons can only act according to God's permission.
Yeah.
So God allows them to do that. That's what happened in the book of Job, right? He said, "Oh, how about your servant Job? But I bet you if I went down there and took away his health and all that, and God gave permission to do it, right?"
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So good question. I think did we answer it okay?
Yeah.
All right. So William, that brings us to an end. In your debating skills, do you think the point is made that? Well, what is the point? Oh yeah, that the word good is perhaps the most important word in the Summa.
Yeah, I mean, in Lincoln Douglas debate, we usually try not to make like theological statements because the opposing debater can't really refute that because it's objectively true.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why it'd be very hard for me to refute most of what you said. But I think for the most part, I would agree, and I think you probably won.
If I won,
there's a
who
couple.
lost?
There's a couple things I could refute. I think like the first one, whatever that first one was.
Well, let's see. The first point was whether goodness differs from being.
Yeah, like what was the thing I said? Like that being. Like I could say that being is created by God, but it can also choose evil. Like that could be a point of my rebuttal. Just one of the things off the top of my head that I could say.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But then I guess for that example, if somebody goes off and robs a bank, I mean, there's a difference between them and their action, right? So what they did what might have been evil, but in and of themselves, they're still a child of God, right? So they're still good.
Right.
Or if a bee stings, that's accidentally evil in a sense because you're like, ah!
Right. Accidentally evil.
But the bee itself isn't evil, right?
Yeah.
And plus we get some good honey from it.
True.
It's worth it.
It's very true.
It's worth it. All right. So that brings us to an end. Thank you, Adrian, for your comments. Appreciate that very much. And let's see if anybody has any other comments. Boy, Adrian's been busy.
Yes, he has.
I think he gets the award today.
Top fan today. You get a little badge. Except for I don't know how that works. So
just virtual.
Here's a virtual mini hearts.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So you want to transition into our next phase of our show here?
Yes, I would. All right, it's that time of the show where we give Dave Summa to think about and he gives it back and judges ours as well.
Yes, harshly sometimes, right?
I love how this section started as us trying to like get a stab back at
Yeah,
Dave.
yeah, because
but
he
then
was
now
he's
it's
throwing
just,
all this stuff at us the whole
Yeah.
show.
yeah, but now it's feeling like I'm the best and you guys are bad.
Maybe something about like
Yeah, you did.
maybe something about it being Dave's show.
Yeah.
He's like, no, none of this.
Yeah.
Nonsense. By the way, Adrian had a little thing real quick back on our previous topic. Is there a difference between essence and existence? The Scottish would say no, and that would be a tactic against Dave's position. So if you want to mull over that in the future, William.
And you know who he's referring to as John Scotus. Remember
Scotus. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
so he's
I was reading, I was
referring-
like, that does not right. It seemed right, but
I thought you were talking about like the
I thought you
My
meant
bad.
the
SCOTUS.
Supreme Court.
My bad.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Don't
I was thinking Supreme Court.
Ignore that. Since I looked at it very, very briefly.
Did y'all? Okay, so is there a difference between essence and existence? But not with God. With God, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so essence and existence with God, that's part of his simplicity. But with everything else, there is. Okay, so I'm trying to think of now, how does that connect to, like?
That was trying to help William with his argument.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
With that, if something exists, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So essence, goodness, existence, all the same in God, but because 56 years ago I didn't exist, right? But now I do. See, but so I haven't. So essence and existence are not the same thing. Now I have existence and I have essence, but back then I didn't.
That could be a whole show, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, back to the trivia.
Back to the father.
Back to the trivia.
Okay.
So, William, do you want to maybe you want to go around like that again?
Yeah.
William, Jonathan?
We'll go
first.
around. Okay.
All right. So I got one question here.
All right. First
Who-
come, first serve.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Just shout it out.
All right. Yeah. So who was not the first Catholic president, but who was the first Catholic presidential candidate?
Oh, that's a good one.
I know this.
Oh, come on.
How do you know this?
Because I think I know it.
Okay, say it, because I have no
I've
clue.
been accused of being a little bit arrogant, but okay, can I guess?
Go for it.
Al Smith.
You are right.
Oh, come on. When was that?
Haven't you ever heard of the Al Smith dinner that they put on every 4 years and on the presidential election year? It's always very controversial because like Cardinal Dolan is there, and it's put on by the Archdiocese of New York, and they take the two candidates who are running, like Trump and Clinton, and Trump and Biden, and they they basically bring them together for a dinner, and they each get to speak. And it's called the Al Smith dinner. And so that's the only reason I do was because I did some research on Al Smith. Okay,
nice. So you came prepared for that question.
Dave, would you like your day to be made?
Yeah.
Adrian said that Dave is 55. Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay. How do I know that that's a compliment? Maybe he thinks I'm 70.
Oh, I'm going to assume the best here. I said that it's your love of snake that keeps you young.
No, Dave, remember, the glory of young men is their strength, but the, the honor of old men is their gray hair.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark Lowe is in the house. He says, say you bunch of goobers.
That's not very profound.
By the way, Mark, I have refilled my chocolate bowl today.
Say you bunch of
Yes.
goobers. That was.
I think it's a great opening line.
It's like,
I'm a goober. Thank you very
Adrian's
much.
like, let's contemplate between existence and essence and goodness, and then we get some guy. Mark's great.
Great, we love Mark.
I love Mark.
Also, Adrian says presume charity. In all things, is to presume
I think
charity.
he's talking about in saying that I'm 55.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. I still, just out of curiosity, how old would you have thought I was, Adrian? And be honest. Okay.
You may not like the answer. No. All right, Jonathan.
He's like, I thought you were 56. I mean, my goodness. Okay. Good question. Thank you.
Yeah.
He came prepared. Now, let's.
You guys are not going to get this. I just.
Great. I love those questions. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, I know.
49. He says 49.
Oh, 49. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Continue.
Interesting.
So,
He didn't think. I was in my 50s. Okay.
If anyone is going to get it, no offense, it's going to be you two.
I'm pretty sure. Can I file a complaint? I feel like that's an HR problem.
I think that.
I think that was
I think
sexism.
that's very sexist. Yeah, and we have it recorded.
Who's our HR person? I need to
So
call.
much for his political career.
Sorry.
Did you know he's
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that up. I'm gonna be like, I would have voted for him, but
I would track my
woman
vote.
hater.
So what's the only difference between? I mean, because we have a very wide range of ages here, from a teenager to 20s to 50s.
Well, I know he knows a lot about history, and I know that you know a lot about history, and I don't know if you know a lot about history.
Because she's a woman.
I just wish it's some random fact I do know, and I just can like shut you down. Because to be honest, I do love history, but I like very random aspects of history. So
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
actually, you might get this
so it's
thing.
very likely.
He's pulling it back now, ladies and gentlemen. He's reeling it back.
He's trying.
Okay.
Actually,
go ahead.
I think that you guys might not get it after all. It might just be sister. Oh, wow. Now that I think about it more.
All right, go continue.
Reverse
Okay.
chauvinist.
What was the first independent nation to declare itself as a Catholic fascist government?
First independent nation to declare itself as a Catholic
Can you give us a time period?
fascist.
Roughly when that would be?
1900s.
Oh.
The first to declare itself a independent Catholic fascist. I'm going to say Italy.
No.
I was going to guess Italy too.
Because, I mean, they were Mussolini.
That's a good guess.
Seattle?
Seattle.
No.
Wait, what? I was really confused because I was like,
the
hold on a
Antifa
second.
and all
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You know.
Gosh, I don't know what to.
Anybody want to
I
guess?
would say something near Italy,
I wonder
though,
if
right?
Mark left after we made fun of him. Mark, we love you.
Mark, do you know the answer?
You bunch of
Whisper
gooba.
it to me, like just text me, and don't. I'm gonna. Russia.
Russia.
No, because Russia's Orthodox.
Right, they're Orthodox, not Catholic.
So fascist.
Like, but when I say Catholic, I mean that Catholicism was like a specific part of their government. It wasn't because in Italy, Mussolini sort of like fashioned his fascism to sort of like dance around church teaching just to make it acceptable.
Ooh, is it in South America? Adrian's asking.
No, it's in Europe.
Spain is Mark's guess.
No.
The only country I'm thinking of, only Catholic country that's coming to my brain.
Close.
What did you say?
Germany was close?
Close.
Poland?
Austria.
No, Austria. Yes.
Oh, come on.
The Austrian fatherland front. Yes.
Oh, is that right?
Interesting.
Is that the Habsburg dynasty?
No, it was a chunk of Western Austria.
Okay.
That declared itself independent for like a few years.
It's tragic. All that was coming to my head was Poland, and I knew that wasn't right, but I was like,
yeah,
it's
same.
Catholic country.
Yeah.
So I think I could think of. Well, all right, we learned something there.
Yeah, we did. Okay. Now, Sissel has said her trivia is good, so we'll be the judge of that.
Now I feel self-conscious, but okay. So mine comes with audio today. I got fancy.
Is that right? Look
yeah,
at you.
So
Nice.
Dave often teases us for not being on theme, so I decided to be on theme with words. So I have the 3 longest words in the English language, and Diane's gonna play. First off, do you all have an idea what these words are?
I think I know what one of them is.
Say it.
I don't.
The 3 longest words.
The 3 longest words, according to
You
an
have
article I
somebody
found.
saying them?
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
recording.
wait, it's like super volcano, something like that. I love that.
Let's just play the word.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
play number 1 for me, Diane. This is the longest.
So this isn't trivia. This
Say this word actually. What's this word?
Oh, wait.
Pneumano ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. Pneumano
The volcano.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, so what?
ultramicroscopic. So that means
Okay, stop.
the
Go ahead and stop it, Diane. Okay, so my question was going to be A, how many letters is in this word? And B, what does the word mean?
Oh, gosh.
It's
Are there going to be 3 of these?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Isn't it a kind of bacteria or something?
Okay, that's your guess's bacteria. How many letters do you think is in it?
15.
15? No. There's
Dave?
going to be like 35 letters. And
Oh,
I
wow.
have no idea what it is.
I was going to say 14 letters.
They both are thinking on the shorter side.
Yeah.
So you said 35?
I'm going to change it to 30.
30? Okay. And you said, okay, does anyone else have any guesses as to what it means?
I have no idea.
All right.
yeah,
Well,
no
it
idea.
is 45 letters.
Oh, wow.
40. Okay.
45 letters, and it is a lung disease caused by inhaling volcanic ash.
Oh, wow.
Which I'd say he was on the right medical
Yeah.
field. He also
Yeah.
remembered kind of what volcano is in the word.
I saw the word. I heard the word volcano.
All
So
right.
is that the longest? Or
That's the longest.
Okay.
Or at least according to my internet research, that was what was coming up multiple times as the longest.
Why couldn't they just call it like volcano lung or something instead of? All
All right, Dan, can you? Oh, sorry. go
Okay,
ahead.
never mind.
Can you play number 2 for me?
Hippopotamonstrosis quipedaliophobia. Hippopotamus.
Okay, you can go ahead and stop it.
Well, that's easy.
It's a phobia.
A phobia of hippos.
A phobia. And how many letters do you think is in it?
30.
20.
30.
Well,
Okay, 20.
the largest one was 45.
I'd say 20.
So you're going to go all the way down to 20 from 45?
All right, so you say 30. How many do you say? And what do you think it means?
And the last one's 45, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I think it's a fear of things related to hippopotamuses. Or,
Things related to like what?
like,
Noses?
like animals. Animals. No. Okay. Animals with tusks.
Okay. All right. Do you have a?
And I'm going to say 37 letters.
I'll just go with like the simple fear of hippos.
Fear of hippos. All right. So, FYI, no one got the fear right. No one got the fear right. It has nothing to do with hippos.
So why is it called
hippopotamus?
Hold on. It is a fear, though.
It is a fear. No, and then you 37. It's 36. So you're really
wow.
close.
Wow.
No, get this. You're gonna crack up when I tell you what the fear is. Fear of long words.
I'm serious.
It's a long word.
The guy who made that word knew what he was doing.
Yeah, you knew what it is. That is so cruel.
So what do hippopotamuses have to do with long words?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Hippopotamus is a long word.
You probably have to look at the root Latin of that. Anyhow, the last one you all should know. I'm not even going to say what the last one is because I think you all can get it.
Supercalifragilistic.
Yeah.
But that's not a real word, though, is it?
I was on. You can find a definition and everything,
It
like
just
on some
was made
dictionary
up
websites.
in a movie, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but now it is. Well, selfie wasn't a word.
But yeah, no, but the movie used the word, not
Yeah.
the other way around.
Right.
The movie didn't create the word.
Right.
Okay.
So.
You know that word. You know that word.
Yeah.
So what does it mean, guys?
Awesome.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite precocious. Okay, it means like awesome.
Yeah, great.
Extraordinarily good, wonderful. And that, how many letters do we think that has?
50.
It's not. Remember, it has to be less than 45.
29.
29.
Has to be less than 36.
26. It is 34.
Oh, 34.
34.
Okay.
So there you go. That's a little trivia. I thought about having y'all try to spell them, but I decided you might murder me.
Yeah, probably. That's probably what happened.
All right.
Can't
Well,
confirm.
that was good. That was good. You used audio. That's awesome.
Adrian says the definition is a nonsensical word used to express joy, which is also another definition. So.
All right.
And all words are made up. Exactly.
Okay, so very good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so moving on to my trivia. Related to that, each of you think of the longest word you can think of that contains good. Like if you played Scrabble, it would have to have the letters G-O-O-D in order. The longest word. There's one with 11 letters.
Whoa.
There's 2 with 10. There's like 6 with 9, several with 8. So
I need like a pen and paper. Hold on, I'm going to write these out.
okay. So the longest one with the word good in it.
I can think goodness. That's
your best guess?
Wait, goodness.
not on there, is it?
G-O-O-D-N-E-S-S. Okay, that has 8 letters. Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
that's pretty good. Good.
No pun
Goodness has 8
intended.
letters.
Good. Good. I can't think of anything. What is? I think there's a
Joyful.
but it has to be good in
It has
it.
to have the word good.
Oh, okay.
It has to have the actual letters
Oh,
good.
okay, okay.
In order.
Okay.
Good. Hold on. I can't. Besides, like,
Oh, is anybody guessing
oh,
out in
wait.
social
How many?
media?
How many was
Oh my
Jonathan's?
god! Oh, good.
8.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Go.
Let's see. Wow, I can't think of anything except
Same, Adrian.
goodness.
I think of one, but goodbye is another one, but that's not. That's
Mark
less.
Mark said like gonada traps or something. Okay.
Hold on. I'm writing it out because I'm trying over here.
Some of the
Oh, good. Goodly. Good. Isn't there goodly something? Good. I don't know how the word goes. Good.
Golly gosh.
You're on the right track.
Oh, okay, good. Goodly. Hold on, I have to look.
You
at
just
this
gave us a
stuff.
hint, Cecil.
Goodwill. Goodwilled.
Goodwill. 10 letters.
Oh, I didn't get the 11.
Good-willed.
Good.
is 10
good.
letters. Yeah.
Goodbye.
You're such a
Goodish.
perfectionist.
Good.
I didn't get the one with the
I'm annoyed. Is it a word that is it?
Probably
is the one with
nobody's
the-
going to
oh,
get the
okay.
one with the
Good
letter.
year. Good year.
Good year is
Good wife.
Good wife is 8.
Good wife.
Yeah.
Wife or wife.
Good year is actually not a word. That's just a brand.
How about goody?
Goody would be 5 letters.
If I'd known this, I needed pen and paper.
Okay,
Do you have
so
paper over there? Is there more of these
the more what?
word ones?
Oh no. No.
All right.
Oh no.
Okay, so 5 letters, goody, goods.
Goodliness. Good. That's what Mark is saying.
Goodliness.
Is how many letters? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 9 letters.
They don't say that that's a word.
Well, congratulations,
okay, so
Mark. You made up
6
a word.
letters is goodby, goody, goodly, goodbye.
Oh yeah.
Goodish, goodman,
gooderific,
goodbyes. 8 letters. Goodwill. Nobody said goodwill.
No, it's just
I said good-willed.
Oh yeah, right. That's that. Yeah, okay.
Goodwill. Duh.
9 letters. Goodliest.
All 10 letters.
Goodwiller.
What is the 11 one?
Hold on, I'm getting there. Soft goods, super good. I guess that's one word.
Super good.
Okay, so good-willed with 10 letters, and then goodnesses. So you got goodness, but if you made it plural, goodnesses.
Use that in a sentence.
All the goodnesses.
Oh my goodnesses! It's like more than oh my goodness.
And number 11, the one that Sissel did not get, to her shame, is scattergood.
I love that word.
Do you seriously?
Scattergood.
I've heard the word, but you just reminded me that word exists, and that sounds fantastic.
Seriously.
Scattergood.
Have you heard of that word?
I have heard that word before. Yeah.
Okay, part 2, we'll just do this real quickly. And this is the one where I think our 2 young homeschooled teenagers here may be at a disadvantage, but we'll see.
Sexist, Dave.
That's not sexist. That's like ageist almost.
Ageism, yeah.
Or whatever the like homeless.
Discrimination in the workplace.
All right, so here we go. Just yell them out. Movies containing the word good.
Oh, Goodfellas.
Okay, Sissel got one.
There's got to be one called
Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Sissel got 2.
No.
Good Morning America.
Manny would be good.
Is that
at
a song? I don't know. Is that a movie? Good Morning America.
No.
Just one.
Movies with the word good in it. And you can help.
I've already
the young,
said Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Help the guys here because they need your help.
Good. I already said that one.
Okay, Goodfellas. Okay, she got Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Goodfellas. We're talking about goodness and the theme today. Okay, anything else? There's a few others that you're going to be like,
oh yeah. I know. Hold on a second. I got to think about this.
The Good Dinosaur.
Good night.
That's a movie.
Good morning.
Is it a good dinosaur? Okay. Yeah.
Good.
Jonathan got one.
Good. Hold on. I'm thinking here.
A couple of them are like, yeah. You're like,
I know. There's some that are.
Let's see if anybody out there in social media land. Mark said 1984.
I said those 2 and I was done. Good. Yeah.
Okay.
Good Times.
Good Times. Oh.
That's not a movie.
That's a show.
The Good Boy.
Huh?
Good Boy. That's Manny's if it's a.
The Good Son.
The Good Son.
By Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Okay, if we want to give that one to Manny, The Good Son.
I would argue that The Godfather counts because God and good are
no.
the same thing.
My
so
gosh.
therefore, it's The Good Father. It's the same thing.
Okay, y'all give up?
No.
So,
The Good Son.
That's what we just said that one.
We just got that one.
Got the one.
The Goodbye Girl.
The Goodbye Girl. I don't have that on my list. I'm not sure about that one. Is that a movie?
I'm kind of
okay. All right. So
yeah, I'm kind of out of
the
ideas.
ones you probably
would have gotten.
Okay. Well, I'll do them from most obscure to the ones that you'll be like, come on.
Okay.
Okay. Looking for Mr. Goodbar. You ever heard of that?
No.
Okay.
Now I have.
A Few Good Men.
Goodwill Hunting.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, Diane. Goodwill Hunting.
Come on. Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting. You should have gotten that. Good Night and Good Luck.
Oh, I knew there was something with Good Night in it. I just couldn't think of what the
two goods.
I was like Good Night something.
I actually enjoyed that.
Is there a movie
George
version
Clooney.
of Good Night Irene?
Okay. Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah.
Robert. Good morning. Okay, and then
I know.
And this one I haven't heard of, but Good Luck Chuck.
Oh yeah, I actually heard of that. And my dad's name is Chuck.
Yeah, Good Luck Chuck.
Oops.
Good job, Sissel.
I know. I've never seen the movie, but
okay.
We tried.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end of another thrilling episode. Thanks everybody who watched and those who commented. And we will not be here next week, but we'll be here in 2 weeks for the next thrill-packed edition of Back to the Father. God bless you. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for joining us for Back to the Father. And don't forget, The glory of God is the human person fully alive. If you have comments about the show, email Dave Palmer at grnonline.com.